Hello. In this video, I will show you how to make a cube to use in the process of sculpting in Blender 3D, in the particular case of the human head. This cube is made so that at the end of the sculpture, you will have a head with a good topology without the need for retopology. For this I made the projections of the lines and loops of the topology of a human head on all 6 faces of the cube. I wanted the number of polygons to be as low as possible, but still to be distributed so that there are more small polygons where needed, in areas with fine details, eyes, mouth, nose and ears. And where there are no details, to have a lower number of large polygons. I also made this cube with as few lines and vertices as possible, so that it is as easy to create in edit mode even by a beginner. You will work using orthographic viewpoints, and thus you will only work in the plane for that viewpoint, in the plane of the respective face of the cube. At the end of the project, the cube must have 733 vertices and 736 faces, respectively. If the number differs, it means that you made a mistake somewhere, you either missed some lines, or you created double points. And then you will have all kinds of problems. Although the initial number of polygons is very small, in the sculpting process you will be able to increase the number of polygons to have enough resolution for the details of the human face. To do this, you will use Multiresolution modifier to apply multiple subdivisions. But you can see this technique in some of the videos on my YouTube channel. Let's begin. We will start from the default cube. Let's prepare the interface a bit. I recommend using 2 viewpoints. For this, we will make a vertical split of the 3D viewport editor area. One in which we will set it as an orthographic viewpoint, and we will use the other to orbit around the cube, especially to check the correct position of the vertices. You can set the appearance of the cube, so that you can see the lines and vertices as well as possible. Also enter the Edit menu, then Preferences and then 3D Viewport menu, to set the colors for lines and vertices as you wish. I changed the vertex size here to 6 pixels to be more visible. Pressing the 1 key in the numeric pad sets the first viewport as front view. We enter Edit mode and then Edge Select. Press Ctrl+R to cut a loop right in the middle of the cube to cut it in half. Then delete the right half of the cube. Enter Object mode. Then in the orthographic front viewpoint. From the Add Select Image menu, then Reference and select the file face reference inverse.jpg. Move the image so that it does not cover the cube in viewpoint from the right part of the screen. From Object Data Properties, select Opacity and then change the adjacent value to make the reference image transparent. Then reduce it and position it to fit as well as possible over half the cube. And now we can begin. Enter Edit mode. By pressing the K key we activate the knife tool. And we will start to cut the lines on the face of the cube, following the pattern on the transparent reference image. You should always start from a line or from a vertex. So, click on an edge, or a vertex and then click in different places on the face of the cube, following the points on the transparent pattern. And you always have to make sure you end with a click on a line or a vertex, because otherwise, vertices and edges could appear where they should not. Check each time in the viewpoint on the right, that the final result corresponds to the drawing in the reference image. I think it would be best to start with long radial or transverse lines. And then move on to loops and details. You must be careful not to omit any edges or vertices. When you draw a line over another line, a vertex will be automatically created at their intersection, which will make your job easier, but you need to be careful not to create double vertices by accidentally moving near an existing vertex. Zoom in whenever you need to see the details, but be careful not to go out of the orthographic viewpoint. Otherwise, press the 1 key in the numeric pad to enter front view again. This way, when you move the vertices, you will do it only in the plane of the cube face. Move the vertices to follow the model in the reference image as well as possible. Select the vertex, press the G key and move it, positioning it as well as possible in the center of the respective intersection. Inspect the pattern of lines and vertices from several angles closely. Press the 3 key in the numeric pad to activate the right viewpoint. Enter Object Mode, and add Image Reference, and select Side Reference Inverse.jpg file. Position the reference image so that it does not get in your way. Shrink it and change its transparency, and position it as precisely as possible over our cube. When starting from a vertex on the edge of the cube that separates from the left side, check by orbiting around the cube so as not to create double vertices. If you accidentally create double vertices, select the two vertices, and then, press M key activating the merge command, and choose the optimal command from the context menu. Then move the vertex, if necessary. By pressing Ctrl plus key 7, activate bottom viewpoint, then add the image from bottom, reference inverse.jpg. Do the same as you did for front and left cube faces. For the top and back of the cube is simple, and I will not use reference images. To finish the cube, we will use the mirror modifier. If necessary, select the x-axis. If you were careful, you must have exactly 733 vertices, respectively 736 faces. Apply the modifier. Finally, we obtained a cube with a topology from which, starting, using multi-resolution modifier, and applying some subdivisions, we have a starting point to sculpt a human head, and without altering the topology, we can get a result, where we will not need retopology. If you watch the videos from my YouTube channel, you will be able to learn this sculpture technique, starting from this cube. And I am preparing other videos, with complementary techniques, that will help you in your work, with sculpture in Blender 3D. This time, please do not share this video or the accompanying files. They are only for paying customers. I hope you like it. Thank you.